Welcome back to the Takeout. We're getting some news just in. 3 sources familiar with a Defense Department intelligence report says that the report indicates that this weekend's strikes on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities set Iran's program back by months and did not obliterate the facilities as President Trump had claimed. More as we get it. For now, Robert Costa joins us now at the table. Bob, it's great to see you. I know that you spoke with the president last week. There's so much on his plate right now. He's obviously just landed at the Netherlands for NATO. Iran is in the backdrop. The extent to which you can kind of take us inside how he's thinking about all of these world events kind of colliding. I mean, this is the ultimate test for any American president, and it is coming at this point in his first term.
It's great to be with you, Caitlin.
Second term, I should say.
You see in President Trump and his team in the last hour a forceful response to this latest report. There's confidence inside the administration that these attacks were successful in the way they contextualize the attacks. They're not discounting the suggestion or report that there was a defense assessment at some level of the Defense Intelligence Agency that said that these nuclear facilities were not fully destroyed. The nuance here is going to matter a lot. What does the report say? Is the administration able to make another argument based on other intelligence? As we know, one intelligence report that hasn't even been fully seen by most of the American people. Hard to make a conclusion about it. But you do see with this report and in the last hour, the response from the administration, a real tension point about the scope of the attack. And that's something to watch.
I mean, it's so interesting because you covered his campaign so closely. I did as well, and we've been covering him for a decade, right? At least in on the political stage. And he has consistently talked about not engaging the U.S. in any broader wars, but he's also talked consistently about not allowing Iran to have a nuclear weapon. And so these types of, these two pressures seem to be colliding at a real moment for him. And at the same time, he's also facing some pressures from the Republican Party base, which is the MAGA base. And I'm curious from your sources, people you've been talking to, either close to the president or on Capitol Hill, kind of how Republicans are gaining this out right now, and Democrats too.
President Trump is not at odds with his base. If you look at his comments, and I spoke to him about this in his first term, he considers himself a peacemaker. He considers himself a non-interventionist, someone who ran for president in 2015 and 2016, running against President George W. Bush-style foreign policy.
Yeah.
He wants to be a deal maker, a peacemaker. He has talked at length in the last 10 years about how his biggest fear as president is the threat of nuclear war, wherever that might be. All of those factors are on the mind of his core supporters. At the same time, as you mentioned, he does not want to see a nuclear Iran. Trying to be on a political tightrope and diplomatic tightrope has not been easy for President Trump, but he's been trying to walk it. And you see the frustrations are simmering to the surface because Israel is pushing the ceasefire a bit to the brink. So is Iran, based on these reports. And so you see President Trump wanting to contain the situation. But the challenge for any president is that when it comes to foreign policy, you are not in total control. You might be the captain, but you're not in total control.
Right, exactly. And that's why I asked, because you could just see that frustration today, understandably so. That will be part of his legacy. What's also part of his legacy, he hopes, is this big, beautiful bill on Capitol Hill. This is essentially his agenda wrapped up into legislative form. He's been pressuring, even today while he's traveling, pressuring lawmakers to get on board with this. What's your read? I mean, it seems like the Senate wants to vote this week. What's your read on how this will go? Will he get it done?
Based on my reporting, there will be more complaints about the legislation, but ultimately the president controls the party in both the House and Senate, and they'll come along.
Okay. We'll see that arm twisting in the final hours. Bob, always good to see you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.